Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we will learn what is find element in Selenium and what is the use of class by. So let's start. I will create a new class in my project. I will name it as find elements and by. I will create a main method. Okay, so let me copy the code from the previous one. I'm creating my driver instance here. I'll mark it as WebDriver driver equals to driver manager dot HDriver dot avoid shutdown hook dot create. So why we use this avoid shutdown hook? Because so that my driver should not be closed as I'm using a create method. Otherwise, create method by default close your browser after the execution. Let me import this one, and now I will launch the URL for Facebook. Driver dot get. I will give URL here. Facebook.com. Right? Okay. Now, after launching the URL, what we have to do? We have to enter value in some field, or we have to click somewhere, either on a link or a button. So what we how we write it? We will write driver dot find element. Driver dot find element. Basically, we have to find that element. Selenium has to find that element on the web page. That's why we use this find element method. You can see that it is, as soon as I type fin, it is showing me two methods. One is find element, another is find elements. So the first one, if you can see the definition, it is giving here, find the first web element using the given method. And if you hover your mouse on second one, it is saying find all elements within the current page using the given mechanism. So the first one will find out of one element, the second one will find out the multiple element. Let's click on the first one as we are using the first one right now. And at the same time, we will go to the Selenium documentation to check the definition of this method, find element. I have already opened the definition of this method from the Selenium documentation. And you can see that it is web element find element by. So this web element is a return type of this element. So this element will always return a web element. And what are the parameters it is using? It is taking the parameter as by. This by is your class. This is your by class. So it is taking the reference of this by class. You can see that it is mentioned here by the locating mechanism. And what it will return? It will return the first matching element on the current context. So it will always return the first matching element. And if it is not finding any element, for example, whatever criteria we have given inside this parameter, based on that search, it is not finding any element. So what it will do? It will throw no such element exception error. So generally this find element method is used to find an element on a web page. So now let's discuss what is the use of this class by. Let me open this one. So if you see, it is saying this by is a class and it is inside this package. So it is having direct known subclasses as by.className, by.css selector, by.id, link id, name, partial link test. So it is having subclasses, and those subclasses would be used when we will be using different locators. Like we have locators id, name, partial text. So for each and every type of locators, all this implementation has been done in different by classes. So let's go to our program. So what I will do right now, we are using find elements, right? I will type here by dot. As soon as I type by, you can see that it is showing me all these methods by class name, CSS selector, ID, link, name, partial link, text, tag name, XPath. So we can use any of these locators as per your availability on the web pages. So if I use class name, for example, I am just using it randomly right now, class name, and if I type class 1, there is no such element on the Facebook page, facebook.com Facebook homepage with the class name as class 1. I just want to show how it will throw you an exception. So let me execute this test now. So it has launched the facebook.com, and as I said, there is no element with the class name as class 1. So it is giving us no such element exception error. If it would return some element and then you want to perform some action on that, so we have to press dot, and then you can see that what other different methods are available. So you can click on that element, you can clear that, you can do lots of other things. There are a lot of methods available. So that's all for this video. I hope you like this session. We will meet in next video. Thank you.